What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily for a Friday. Well, breaking news here before we get going today. Belmont at the Big A will be canceled Friday, today, and Saturday. That Saturday card going to be moved to Sunday. So that big Saturday card that had all those stakes races will be moved over to Sunday. Magic, do you have any other information news, or is that pretty much it?
That's it. Yeah, that happened about, 5-10 minutes before we went live here. I got the email. So Saturday's card in its entirety is moved to Sunday, so they're not redrawing. And Sunday's card, since it was already drawn, they're moving that to Wednesday. So nothing's supposed to be redrawn. No scratches as of right now.
And unfortunately, that Noble Damsel, that's the second time it's been delayed. And that was Friday's card. Who knows when they're going to bring that back, or if they're going to bring it back now.
They might just cancel it this time. We'll run it again next year, guys. Sorry. It's jinxed.
Yeah, so the universe is telling us not to run that one. But yeah, it's look, we were talking about it at Saratoga. Part of the problem over at Saratoga was the weather was so bad, and it just continues to be bad there in New York. So hopefully, Papa Dude, they suspended a game last night, the Mets and the Marlins in the top of the ninth inning.
Right.
2-1. They have to come back if that game matters and finish it up on October 2nd. So it affected baseball last night too.
That is really weird, but they have no choice because Miami had to be in Pittsburgh today and the Mets were playing somebody. So, yeah, and it may come down to that. It's quite possible. They're going to go back there and play an inning. It's really weird, isn't it?
It literally could be the Marlins go to New York to play not even a full inning, a half inning plus one out. There's 2 outs in the top of the ninth in that game. So they literally could go to New York to play a half inning to make the playoffs. It's going to be wild. If that's what. Hopefully it doesn't. But
it could come down to that, but the Cubs are playing so bad. I don't think
it still absolutely could come down to that. There's a lot of scenarios where it could. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get to today's show, guys. 2 big football games we'll talk about, 1 baseball game, the race of the day, and the best bets. We'll start with the biggest football game of the night between 2 ranked teams here. Utah goes to Corvallis to play Oregon State. Oregon State a 4-point favorite here, total sitting at 44. Those numbers, Papa Dude, tell us Cam Rising not going to play tonight for Utah. Do the Utes get it done in Corvallis tonight, Papa Dude?
Well, I think both of you took the youth. Both of us took the youth.
Yeah.
Utes. Okay, I'm going to get out of this here in a minute. Anyway, why can't they win? I don't like Oregon State's quarterback. I think Utah is so damn tough that they're going to go in there. I tell you a number I really like is the team total on Oregon State is 23.5. Mm-hmm. And I don't see them scoring that. I think if Utah's going to win, they definitely will hold them under the 23.5. I would go ahead and take the points plus 4. Don't just bet them outright. But I think Utah's tough enough. I don't think they're going to be hampered that much. I think they beat them.
Yeah, I kind of like Utah a little bit in this game as well tonight. Total sitting there at 44 is pretty low, but you kind of got to think that Utah, they just haven't been able to put a whole lot of points up on the board, including last week against UCLA. Magic, you got any thoughts about this game?
I kind of like Oregon State because it's not just like Utah is without their quarterback, they're without their top 2 running backs, they're without their top tight end. Like there's a lot of holes here, and with its 4, if you're catching more than a field goal. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to go with Oregon State on this one. You guys are the college football experts on this, but I see too many problems, and now they go on the road, and college students are back in, so Corvallis should be cooking.
Yeah, we've seen Oregon State pull some upsets in the past on these Friday nights, but this one wouldn't be an upset. They're the favorites in this game. I mean, listen, Utah offensively just pretty challenged. They did go to Baylor and get a win. I know Baylor's not very good, but they did go on the road earlier and win. We'll see. I'm betting the uniform tonight. I'm thinking Utah's going to find a way. So we'll see what happens in that one. This is another really good game. Our buddy Dennis Trusty going to be watching this one for sure. Louisville is a 3.5-point favorite tonight at North Carolina State. Papa Dude, we talked about this. This is a game Louisville really needs to win to kind of get over that 6, 7, 8 win hump that they have trouble getting over. 3.5-point favorites. What do you think? Do the Cardinals come through tonight?
Yeah, this is one of those swing games we talk about that can go either way. When the season started, you just put a question mark beside this one. Now, after we've got a little sampling, we got 4 games. North Carolina State does not look as good as they usually are. They're struggling offensively. Louisville has played very, very well. So can they go on the road and win a game they got to have? And I think they will. I don't know about the points, but I do think they will win it outright. The total's a little high, I think, because North Carolina State's struggling scoring the ball. But anyway, I like Louisville to go in there. And if they get this one, they're on the fringe of a top 25 team. They would be 5-0, and this is a big, big game for the Cardinals tonight.
Magic, the Fighting Dennis Trustees going into North Carolina today, or to North Carolina State, trying to get a win against the Wolfpack. What do you think about this game?
Well, unlike a normal Friday night for Dennis Trustee, not going to be a lot of scoring happen in this game. I'm going to take the under in this one. Give me under 55.5. NC State's got, the 93rd ranked rush defense in the country. Louisville's got a running back named Jawar George who's just going to dominate it's going to be a possession game here. I think 55.5 is too many points. So give me the under for the Fighting. I think the Fighting Dennis Trustees get it done anyway, but give me the under is my best bet for this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go Louisville as well. So we're really trying to jinx his team here, but I feel like.
Sorry, Dennis.
I just feel like North Carolina State's not a very good team right now. I think that's the biggest thing about it. I really don't think they're that good, and I just think Louisville's going to go in there and beat them. This is a solid Louisville team. They've been playing well, so this is a big game tonight. Really good 2 football games to watch tonight. These 2 we just covered. All right. There's also one more. We'll talk about it for the best bet for Papa Dude. We're saving it for him. All right, let's go on to one baseball game. Another good one here. The Rangers and the Mariners battling for the playoffs here. The Rangers are in a good spot, but the Mariners did beat them last night. They came back in the bottom of the ninth to score 2 runs and beat the Rangers 3-2. Pretty much to keep the Mariners season alive. They've got to keep winning. They've got work to do. Papa Dude, do the Mariners get 2 in a row tonight against the Rangers?
Well, they better.
They have to.
They better win. The other big game, too, involving this one is Houston is in Arizona tonight, too. And that's a huge game because Arizona's pitching Zach Gallen tonight. Arizona's in good shape to get into the playoffs. I don't think they've clinched it yet, but they're close.
Tonight they could clinch a playoff spot. Yeah.
So it's a huge game. So we got those 2 games that are going to go a long way settling the AL West and the other wild card. I agree. Texas is in really good shape to win it. It's a must game for Seattle. Therefore, I'm going Texas.
All right. Magic, what do you got?
No, I just like it. It's a must-win game for Seattle, so I'll take Texas. No, I'll take Texas too. They really should not have lost the game. Aroldis Chapman was the reason they lost, and that was just an anomaly. That isn't usually the reason why you lose a game, is because he blows a save like that. The Mariners going to start Brian Wu, not Kenny Wu, but Brian Wu going to start the game for the Mariners. A rookie allowed 6 runs on 5 hits. 4 of those were home runs in a 9-8 loss Sunday to the Rangers. I think the Rangers have his number, so yeah, give me the Rangers here.
Yeah, I'm going to go clean sweep of the Rangers. I think the Rangers get it done. Yeah, you're right. I watched the end of that game, the last 2 or 3 innings of the game, and he just blew it. The Rangers really had that thing won and blew it. They still had 2 outs too. They almost got out of it and then ended up losing the game. I don't know. Maybe Seattle rides that momentum, but the Rangers are at plus money, so I'll take the Rangers in this spot. All right, guys, let's go to the race of the day. I sent it off air to you, Magic. I am glad Santa Anita is back. Really good timing because Belmont at the Big A, is going to be canceled. So at least we've got Santa Anita. Weather should be nice there. Let's go to race 8, the Chillingworth Stakes today. 6.5 furlongs, grade 3 event. $100,000. Field of 7. We'll start with Magic. Who are you going in this one?
Boy, real competitive field in here. A lot of different ways you could go. Ida wins her 8th straight race. This is like one of the biggest jokes in California racing right now is Ida just shows up and wins these races, and she's going to be a short price favorite that you can try and beat at the Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Sprint. That's what this is all about. She's a fantastic filly against these other fillies. Give me Ida. Yeah.
Do you really think she's going to be a short price at the Breeders' Cup, though?
If you have a Bob Baffert trainee riding a 9-race win streak, and it's at her home track, in that division, you've got Goodnight Olive is questionable. Pretty Mischievous is questionable. Who's the leader? Like Echo Zulu might go to the sprint, and if she does, this division's wide open, and she's your favorite.
All right, I don't think so, but we'll see what happens on that one. Papa Dude, what do you think about this race?
Well, I can't go against what Magic said. I mean, you got to look at this horse and what it's done. There's been some injury problems, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't the horse only run once in 2021? I think it was.
Yep.
And then only twice last year, right? I believe
Right.
that's right.
Yep.
So I don't know. Or is it twice? I don't know. But anyway, it hasn't run much in the last couple of years. So they've had injury problems. I kind of like the 4 a little bit. Elm Drive maybe has a chance. It's been running in pretty good races and running close. So I like that horse some. I also like Clearly Unhinged, the 1. Had a really good second. Lost by head to Pretty Mischievous last time out. So I like those 2, but I kind of go with the 5 as well because horse has been flawless. So I've got to, and it's at Santa Anita. I got to go with the 5.
The thing about Clearly Unhinged, probably quote unquote would have won that race last time out, the test. What happened was that was the race Maple Leaf Mel went down, and Clearly Unhinged was on the inside, and it bothered her a lot more than it bothered the outside runner, Pretty Mischievous. And she kind of pulled up, she kind of stopped. She probably would have, like said, quote unquote, won the test last time out. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. I am with you guys, though. Again, we're clean sweeping this thing all day today. I went Ida on top as well. Pretty good. Magic, I think this horse might be the favorite for the Filly Mare Sprint. What do you think?
If Echo Zulu goes to face the boys, this is your favorite for the Filly Mare Sprint. Yes.
All right.
If she wins.
Is she really going to thinking about doing that? I mean, is that really a thing? I'm talking about Echo Zulu.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because Gun Night going to the Parks Dirt Mile was a weird thing, because it made me think, like, is he going to try Dirt Mile with this horse again?
To me, you got Gunite in the sprint, and you got Echo Zulu in the Filly and Mare Sprint, and you got 2 great shots. I don't really know why you would do anything different unless you're getting pressure from the owners to run Echo Zulu, but those are guys that have been with him forever. I don't think they would pressure him, but I don't know. I don't know the relationship. So
let me verify something, Aaron. You said is Echo Zula thinking about it. That's not what you meant, right? The horse isn't thinking about doing it.
I think she might. Be thinking about it, actually. So, look, I don't know. I think that's odd. I hadn't heard that. So, I mean, and to Shotty's point, like a Filly facing the boys, that's always fun. I mean, that's always a good story. I just don't know that it makes the most sense when you got other horses involved. But anyway, I'm not the trainer, so it doesn't really matter. All right, we'll stick with the horse racing theme. Let's go to the best bets today. I'm going to go to Gulfstream Park for mine. And thankfully, mine is not scratched as of right now. Magic, you missed it yesterday. My horse scratched while doing the show. So I basically did not have one yesterday. I tried to do one in like 2 minutes. It's like, that was dumb. No, I'm not doing that. So anyway, I went with Gulfstream Park Race 2, the number 1, Little Juanito in the spot today. Look, dropping out of Starter Allowance Company, where he's been pretty good, now gets down to the 10K level. I think this is the perfect level for this horse to run. I think he gets out in front and just takes some gate to wire today. D'Angelo, obviously very good at Gulfstream, but he's hot right now, especially gets Reyes aboard. That's, one of his top jocks. So I think the number 1, Little Juanito, in the second race today at Gulfstream Park, that's going to be mine. And no mulligan for me today. This one loses, it counts. So I'll take Little Juanito. All right, let's go Magic. I want to go to yours next. Talk about what you got.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of an overcorrection by the market here. You had the Orioles and the Red Sox all year long when they've been playing each other within the division. 10 runs, 25 runs, 13 runs. There's only one time all season long up until yesterday that they even had 8 runs. Like, that was the lowest it had been for a total all year. Last night, 2-0 win for the Orioles. Very strong pitching matchup with Sale and Kramer. It goes, 2 runs is all they get. I think here they're going to absolutely demolish each other again from an offensive perspective. And I think it's going to be the Orioles mostly pouring it on the Red Sox here. But I'm just playing the odds. These are 2 of the highest overs in the Major League Baseball. They're tied for 7th among all teams in Major League Baseball in total overs this year. So playing the odds that this is where the way it's going to go and that last night was an anomaly and a fluke. Give me over 8 for Red Sox Orioles tonight.
All right, over 8 for the Red Sox and Orioles for Magic. We'll see what happens there in that one in Camden Yards. All right, Papa Dude, I almost took this one I'll let you talk about it first, and we'll talk about it. You got BYU +1 tonight.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out my bet last night, where a team that had only scored 10 points all year had 21 at the half last night.
Well, there were some short fields, some turnovers that happened. If you were paying attention to the game, they got like 35 points real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They got 21 points real quick.
Yeah.
Then it went stagnant. And you went into the fourth quarter still with a chance to cash that
I know
bet.
it was, yeah.
And then they scored a little bit. Then it went into overtime, and yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, they were stuck on 35 for a long time. It was 21-14 for a long time. And then Jacksonville got stopped. But then I don't know what Sam Houston State was doing. They had a 7-point lead. They were dominating Jacksonville State. And they started throwing the ball and threw an interception. He ran it back to about the 15-yard line, and that's they ended up. And then they missed the extra point.
Yeah,
but sure. I think it was 28-28 going into overtime. But anyway, never saw that coming. This is one of those lines tonight that I think's a little fishy, but I have to take it because BYU is very tough at home. Cincinnati, we saw them last week. They're not the Cincinnati that they've been the last few years. I think BYU should be favored by 5 or 6 in this game. I know BYU's not as good either. I guess the fact they lost in Kansas last week maybe has soured Vegas some. But I think they win this game tonight. It's Friday night. What else you got to do out there? The Mormons are going to be going crazy. I think they're going to win it. I really do. I just don't think Cincy's that good offensively.
To me, it looks too good to be true, and that's why
I know.
Cincinnati has lost. They lost to Miami of Ohio, and then they lost OU. It was 20-6, but they never really were threatened.
It should have been 34-6.
Yeah, OU just isn't that good either, really, honestly. And
not offensively.
Yeah, and so you look at BYU. I mean, they went to Arkansas and won. And they had back-to-back trips. They had to go to Arkansas, go back home, and then go to Kansas. And the Kansas game was competitive for sure, but I just can't. I don't know why it's +1. Like to me, I thought BYU would be like 3.5. I think it's too good to be true. I think you're going to lose. I honestly do.
Well, geez, I love that.
Listen, I think they are way too logical in this spot.
Yeah.
That jumped out at me, and I'm like, that's one of those games that last year or 2 years ago, I would just play the hell out of BYU. Mm-hmm. I bet Cincinnati wins. I just do. I just bet they win. It's just too fishy for me. So
yeah. Hey, before I forget it, since Magic's here for sure, shout out to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
man,
we should.
They took care of business last night.
Magic. What do you think?
Well, as a lifetime Detroit Lions fan, this is what we've been building towards. This is what we've been waiting for. This reminded me of the year that we started 8-0, and then we finished 8-8. We're gonna get to the middle of this season, and everyone's gonna go, "Oh my God, it's the new look Lions! They've finally gone over the hump." And there it goes. And that's what happens. And it's gone.
I will say this: I thought last night they defensively up front really dominated the game, and I thought that's something you don't see from the Lions very often. I thought they really dominated up front, so they look good. I hope they keep it going, Magic. I really do. They should.
They've beaten the Packers in their last 4 games. This is like unheard of. This is, I mean, this is like beating the Super Bowl champions on opening night on national TV. We're like, what? Okay. All right. It's usually as good as it gets right here.
Right. And this was a game they had to have. If they're going to be the best team in the division, they got to win that game.
Which is why they were going to lose. We thought for sure they have to win this, so they're going to lose.
We talked about that yesterday. Both Aaron and I took them with cautious. We were cautioned because they don't win games like this, and now they're showing the division's winnable for sure with Minnesota down, and of course the Bears are the Bears. Go win in Green Bay, and suddenly you're in the driver's seat. You just got to win the games you're supposed to win, and that's the next step they have to take.
Yep. We both took them. We both were a little scared, but we took them, and the numbers didn't lie. Yeah. So
they're better.
Dan Campbell, a head coach who wanted to have a live lion on the sidelines during games.
That is cool. That's college-like stuff right there. That would be good in the NFL.
He's a different kind of cat, that's for sure. He's different than other coaches we've had, so I guess that's a good thing.
Why don't they have a live lion in a cage like they do in college, you know?
There's a lot of reasons why. And
the Buffalo Bills need to have a buffalo come out of the daggum thing like Colorado does. It's cool.
Well, maybe I don't know about that.
That would be really cool.
I don't want the lion. I don't want the lion.
Have the 49ers and some of them old miners come out of there like they've been in the mine for a long time.
Yeah, right. All right. Let's recap the best bets here and get you out of here for today. I'm going to go Gulfstream Race 2, number 1, Little Juanito on top. Magic's going Red Sox, Orioles over 8. Papa Dude's going BYU +1. Those are the 3 best bets. I got a mulligan, so we went 1-1 yesterday, down $10 for the week, up 180 for the year. Hopefully we get 3 wins. Honestly, I like all 3 bets, so I'm sure it's 0-3 today. I just have this bad feeling, Papa Dude.
You do.
That Cincinnati game will be 14-0 Cincinnati before you're able even to turn it off.
Probably.
It just has a feeling of a total trap.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I don't know.
A team scored 10 points in 3 games, scored 21 in the first half. Yeah,
that's true. Night. I know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
WNBA conference championships tonight, by the way.
Ooh.
Almost made that a best bet. Almost did it. I almost did it.
Give it to the people. What would it have been?
What my best bet was going to be?
Yeah. Yes.
New York Liberty -4 at the Connecticut Sun.
Okay. Is Doc betting that game? Do you have any idea?
He's not in the chat. He must be. Sorry, Cancer must have come around this morning, so he's busy. He's not in the chat this morning.
Well, between live tigers and cages and Cancer, we're getting out of here now. I let you two go way too long today, so we got to get
Lions in cages.
Well, my apologies to America. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. We're in Miami Dolphin.
Didn't they used to have one in the end zone?
I think they did.
In the big tank, right? They had the big tank during the Marino years.
Absolutely. Yeah. When they were good.
Yes.
When they were good.
They did have it.
And they got rid of it. Now they suck. Come on.
That's right. Well, they don't suck now, but they need to bring it back.
Could have saved Tua from about 13 concussions last year.
There you go.
Now, hold on. Did they have a Dolphin or was that Ace Ventura that had the Dolphin? Remember Ace Ventura covered the Dolphin?
No. The Dolphins had one in the end zone.
Okay.
They did.
Yeah.
All right.
They did.
I'll take your guys' word for it.
No, it's true.
Well,
now it hasn't happened since the 70s, but they did actually exist.
Okay.
Yeah. Back when they actually had a good team.
Yeah. Well, damn those animal rights people. Now we can't have anything like dolphins in the end zone.
First horse racing, then dolphins. And
now, wait a minute. They were in
what's next? Greyhounds?
They were in a swimming pool. They weren't just out there. So they shouldn't complain about these dolphins. They were in a swimming pool.
Pedlo and Shoddy. Bring it back. Screw Pete. Okay, we got to go. All right. Who knew? Who knew we were going to talk about dolphins in the
best bet tomorrow is going to be cockfighting, by the way.
Right. Magic, I don't think you know what that actually means. Maybe we'll explain it to you off air.
I think he does.
It's not what you think it means, Magic.
Oh, so I'm not supposed to want to lose?
Okay. It involves roosters.
Hey, it's big around here.
Yeah, that's what she said. All right, we're getting off. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.